Okay, so Potter's Journal, I am here today at the Southside Historic Village. I brought a selection of pots that can be used in the oven, typical early American type piece with the redware, and my contemporary versions too. You know, these were probably used for everything in the day. You know, they were used for baking in, used for serving. They might have been the only plate you had two to eat off of. So I'm going to leave this by the wood oven here at the village this year and see if they can do something with them. And I will make something. I'm going to make some small pies in the studio, in the artisan shop here too this year. Okay, let's see what's happening.
Okay, Jeff. Well, I'm gonna take them right over there.
To get these pots made and up into the oven, I'm working down here in the artisan shop with Elizabeth, our stitchery lady. An intro to today, and the weaver. I am doing pie plates of all sizes. I've got small, medium, large, and today, or yesterday, I did extra large. I thought I did one super size at 5 pounds, but it's pretty close to the large too. Okay, so we'll have to get these up in the oven with Eric. There's always a debate between him and me on size. We got our bread master here getting the pan ready. This is pretty typical early American redware and pattern put in it. Multi-size bowls. I'm assuming that for a lot of people in a log cabin era, might have been prized possessions to have a set of bowls like this, and that they would have been used for everything, to bake in, to serve, and to eat out of. In fact, you know, I'm thinking that sometimes one family member might have ate out of it and then just passed it right along to the next. But we're going to do, what kind of bread we doing in here today?
We're doing rye bread.
What do you think about frontier days and using this stuff?
Well, I know out in the country, you would be more likely to use wood. Back when I was young, wood was the plastic of the time, and so you would have wooden bowls, wooden platters, trenchers, wooden mugs, wooden spoons.
And a lot of that they would make themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, so the, you know, if the ceramics would be you know, a luxury in a sense, and
well,
prized possessions.
They would be more expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
But for everyday use, just like people use plastic today.
Right, what you're doing right now would have come out of probably a wooden bread bowl, then you're saying.
Would have come out of a wooden bread bowl.
Wow.
And they had wooden canisters, because wood was, for an active family, especially if you have a lot of children, and that, ceramic, you drop it on the floor and it's going to break. But a wood bowl will basically last forever. Yeah. We're going to divide this into quarters using a bench knife.
So that probably would have been wood too in the day.
No, it would not.
That would have been, how would they have done that?
This would be metal.
Some kind, yeah.
This would be metal with a wooden handle.
Okay.
They're not exactly equal, but more or less. And then what we'll do is we'll round them up, because dough likes to be round. So we'll give them a quick round. Generally speaking, the less you handle the dough, the better off you'll be. Dough doesn't really like to be played around with too much.
So when and how would it go in the bowl? Would it rise in the bowl? Or?
It would rise in the bowl.
Okay.
That's what we're getting ready to do. We're just going to round this up, and then 3 of these are going to go on trays, and then 1 of them will go in a bowl. One of the easy ways to do it is to cup your hands and then pull it towards you. And as you can see, this leading edge then turns under. So quarter turn, and then you pull it towards you See, and it pulls the edge under, which will make your dough round
nice.
up. And it's real easy. See? Now, underneath it, see, there's a little dimple in there. You can put your dough down on the board, cup your hands and press down lightly, and then twist it. Just rotate it. And the friction of the dough on the board is going to cause the dough to twist. And here, you can see how it's twisting around, and that'll tighten it up, and you have a nice,
very nice. Well, so you're the one that built this oven, designed this oven.
Yeah.
So you know, you've got quite an experience as a bread maker.
Yes.
So you've been breaking bread for how long?
Professionally, you mean?
Well, when's the first time? Yeah,
years,
okay. Yeah, but
like
when's the first time you noticed there was such a thing?
Probably when I was really young. You get drafted into the kitchen, everybody has to help. If you don't work, you don't eat. Well, a proof box is a warm, steamy place where it's used to raise bread. And here we have a pot of hot water to produce the heat and the steam. Yeast like warmth and humidity. They don't like cold and dry. So we'll put the dough in here to rise.
Okay.
Ready to bake.
And we'll be back in, might take an hour or two.
Yes.
Yep. This will be my version of a Pennsylvania, typical Western Pennsylvania stoneware jug made in the 1800s, now to the point where we're collaring it in. And I like to get a finger too here on the inside. It helps to stabilize the top when you're doing that. And then thin out, because as you bring that in, it makes the ball thicker. And these will all have a cobalt, typical of Western Pennsylvania, cobalt design on them. So I'll probably do 3 this year. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to grab this knife over here. Alright, and I'm going to show you how we do this. We're going to start with Jeff. Do you have a preference as to how you want it scored?
Is there anything that would be typical of grain bread? Because I always do the cross hatch, unless it's Irish soda bread, and then I would do the cross.
Okay, well, the traditional way in Europe...
And this is what, pretty hearty grain bread with rye in it.
That's always... It's just,
any traditional cut for hearty, grainy rye?
No, the traditional thing to do in Catholic Europe is to make a cross on the top of the loaf. That scares away the evil spirits. But it also lets the excess gas out, so you're less likely to blow out in the oven. And that's another reason, Jeff, why you want to use a bowl, because that'll help prevent your bread from blowing out.
Oh, okay. So that continues in the rising and the baking process.
Help keep the loaf, give it more loft, more volume. Okay.
Okay. So
this being already in a dish doesn't need to be put on a pan. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set it in here on the bricks. Just like that.
Beautiful.
Okay.
These are some of the biggest pie plates I've made. That's pretty much typical early American design.
What's the measure?
In that day and era, size, you would use what you had, and wouldn't be able to get by measurement. Okay, so we'll give that a cut to separate it from the fat.
Let's see
We
what
will give this a stamp on the side so we know who it is. Okay, so that's not the biggest there could be. Give that a flip. Okay, clean off the bottom and we are done. We will get these to the oven and bake some big pies. Okay, and in addition to their wavy, we got the roosters here too. Fire was started on Monday. We had Tuesday about 500 degrees in here. There's still about 350.
Now, if you're holding something heavy, you want to hold the peel up close to the top. And then I'm just going to slide this onto this rack very gently. There you go. Alright, Joan, you're up.
Beautiful. Okay, in our earthenware ceramic dish, a hearty, grainy rye.
Here's the glove. We got.
This oven is the greatest thing. Everything comes out of here. Bread, fish. Wow, look at that. And yeah, it's great to have somebody that knows how to catch the fish out of a lake. Where did you get that fish? Out of a lake?
Right here.
Wow, pretty nice.
And the whole time we're four of us, my three buddies fished, and the entire time my head was hanging over the bow, throwing up.
Oh no!
And I never
All right.
never did nothing.
Oh wow, we're lucky. Thank you. You're the best fisherman. Thanks.
Most painful fishing trip I ever been on.